Get strong.
Let go of fear you're holding. The fire smoldering, it's starting all over again. I got a feeling that I ought to know it, burning inside. I got a feeling that I ought to know it, yeah. Every time I grip the wheel, I begin to feel I know what I'm in for. A white knuckle ride. You got a fix for me, you know what I need. Oh, it's a breakneck speed. Might as well enjoy the ride. The yellow round exploding. It won't slow me down. A sailing
Round number one of the Final Four for the USRC Sunset Arctic Games Grand National Series was a wild one at Daytona. Tonight, it is part two of the 4-race championship series. First, the Super Speedway. Tonight, it's the road course at Watkins Glen International. Welcome into race number 2 of this Final Four, but also race number 13 of the season from the Glen. It is the Grand National Series at the Glen, this 2.45 mile track here in upstate New York. That is the race for this evening. 80 degrees, ambient, 102 down on track. A little overcast right now and cloudy skies, so we could see some interesting racing here tonight as we get ready to go racing for 45 laps this evening. I am the captain, Chris Scala. Welcome in tonight as we get ready to hit the road again for some fun action, turning right and turning left on this 7-turn road course that consists of all but right-hand corners, but 2. Of course, that would be the corner of the S and turn number 6, basically. So turn 3, turn 6, those are the 2, unless you count the 2 left-handers in the bus stop too, but those are just short little corners. But it is what it is. Here is the points after round number 1 of the Final Four. The 10 drivers in there, of course, they started from 10 to 1 with bonus points, of course, and now after round 1, Dylan Alt won the battle of the 10 amongst each other for the points, and basically, that's why he leads right now by 2 over his father, Bill. Sean Peachin, 6 back, Ryan White, 8 back, and tied for 5th right now between Ben Dunn and Brian Perry. Basically, the points for this Final Four go by basically racing each other in the championship. So the top 10, how they finish amongst each other, those points will go from 10 down to 1 amongst those top 10 cars. But the rest of the field, obviously, with these 10 drivers, will also still get scored for regular points like the regular season as the season carries on. So sounds a little tricky, but once you see it, it should be understandable. And as we go from there, of course, tonight, Watkins Glen. Next Saturday night, Iowa Speedway. And then the final race, Chicagoland. That is the final race coming up on the 26th. Only 2 races to go tonight when it is all over with. So cars are gridding. As you see, we've gone through all the information and stuff for the race. So let's take you down here for the starting lineup here at the Glen. Of course, this was all done by a draw last night for qualifying. If you didn't see the stream when it was all over with, Ben Dunn took the pole alongside Sam Niederhelm. Michael Benedetto and Cameron Ingram will start in row number 2. Row 3, Sean Peachin and Bill Alt. Row 4, Dakota DeMay, the guy behind, of course, Sunset Arctic Games. He is racing tonight. He said he wanted to make the 1 road course start this season, which we did do too, but he wanted to run Watkins Glen. Here he is tonight, 7th alongside Brian Perry. Dylan Alt will start alongside Travis Sadzillo. Drift, he'll start alongside Ryan White. Looking at the 7th row, you got Zach Kalina and Matt Houston making his second start of the season, I believe, tonight. And Cedric Ingram, the 15 cars that'll take the grid this evening. We had 19 cars actually sign up, a couple of them said they might not make it, and I think a couple of them were just like, we're going to skip this one, which is fine. Still going to be a great race when it is all over with. As the cars roll through turn number 1, which is a right-handed corner, 90-degree corner. That's going to be the corner I think everybody's going to be scared of. Then it'll go up the S's here, turn 2 and turn 3. And then head over to the bus stop off of turn 4. A very fun, a very fast track. A very slick track. We're actually wishing Ben happy birthday in the race. I got to go talk to the drivers real quick before we start here. All right, guys, welcome into Watkins, Glen. You guys are making me laugh here. Just real quickly, of course, leaders start on green. For the restart, you'll start on once the pace car pulls off. Make sure you stay to the left on pit road. Competition caution, lap 25 as the leader goes coming out of turn 6. I'll throw the caution for that. Otherwise, just be respectful tonight. No other really rules you guys need to know about. 5 in, 5 out of the pit stalls. You guys know how to take care of each other and have fun. That's the main thing. Have fun. And thank you guys for coming out and racing. And let's make these last 3 fun races. As they come out of turn number 6, right here is where I will throw the caution I was just talking about. The competition caution at lap 25. As they come through turn 7, the final right-hander back onto the front straightaway. As the iRacing Ghost 4X pace car pulls off in the hands of Ben Dunn, who leads him to the green flag at Watkins Glen. Sam forgets to turn. Everybody else pretty solid into turn 1. Sam pulled a Hamilton, as JT just told me in the admin chat this morning. So they come up to the bus stop for the first time. Ben Dunn, Michael Benedetto, Sean Peachin, Bill and Dylan Alt, Dakota DeMay right there also. Cameron Ingram. Everybody taking it easy through the carousel. Peachin looking low on Benedetto. That's for second. Didn't really get the run off the corner, though. That might hurt him a little bit. It actually does. John's going to dive late, though, into turn 6, the left-hander. Oh, and around goes Cameron. Out in the grass he goes. Now we made it in turn 6 before an incident. Oh, and around goes Benedetto into the wall. Dunn out to a 1.7 second lead. Good start for him. The battle on. Now for the second position. Here comes the Alt family. One person actually made a suggestion in practice that the Alts had to run the boot. I think the fairest way to do it is make them run the boot every other lap. Because, I mean, let's face it, the boot's about a 30, 25, 30 extra seconds. Now in a stock car, it might be actually longer. And for those who don't know what the boot is, right here in the carousel, there's a road that goes to the left here, right about here behind the camera, goes off in that way. That is the boot. Goes that way and comes out right here. As we're going to go 3 wide down to short shoot. Sean Peachin stuck in the middle of a family rivalry. Poor Sean. Bill up to second and third already. Here's Zach Alina in the 74 Band-Aid car. Of course, I see that car, and I can't help but think about the, I think it was the Michael Waltrip Xfinity car back in the day, at the time, Grand National. That was the Band-Aid car, number 32. Was that Waltrip, or was he was in the 7? I'm trying to remember who drove the number 32 Band-Aid car. I can't for the life of me remember. To the bus stop. Is this track going to eat up tires pretty well? You can go about 30 to 35 on a tank of fuel, so that will not be an issue tonight at all. Fuel, the competition caution will take care of that. It's all about just keeping it on track and saving the tires. As Dylan putting the pressure on Ben. And you saw Landon Mills not here tonight. Of course, Landon had some other obligations tonight, so he had to step away and not race. The only guy that is, if you want to put it nicely, has owned Dylan so far. I mean, 2 races, and he won them both. As Dylan goes to the lead at lap 4. Benedetto getting by Sam Niederhelm as he works his way back up the field after making the little whoopsies there on lap 1. As actually Benedetto going to let Sam go on by for the position. Hollywood a little bit of nose damage. They do get the reset to use. Dakota DeMay, he's gone by Sean Peachin. Now, of course, this is Dakota that I talked about a few minutes ago. Part of Sunset Arctic Games. He is the creator of Voltic Pistol, the commercial you've been seeing all season long. You'll see here in a few minutes, of course, the Voltic Pistol. You can purchase that game on right now on Steam. And also, his new game, Echo Blade, going to be coming in the very near future to Steam. You'll be able to purchase that here in the very near future. So 2 very good games that Dakota and a crew have helped put together and do a fantastic job. And you can go check it out on Steam right now, as a matter of fact. As Zach Kalinin has lost position in drift. You see Matt Houston back there taking the wide way around turn 1, which is perfectly legal as long as you don't go off the track there. You can actually go and take that corner wide a little bit. As now the battle between Sam and Cedric Ingram here in the 6th. Cedric in the 11th position, Sam in 12th. Sam gets to the inside there in that 60 car. Lap times right now mainly in the 14s, 15s. As these guys just get into a rhythm and run laps, that's all they can do. Benedetto going to go by Cedric, so move Cedric back to the 13th position. As there's Cameron Ingram. Had some issues a few minutes ago. Unfortunately, I don't know if my telemetry messed up or something, but it did not keep track of the deal with Cameron or the deal with Benedetto. So unless I rewind it, I'm not going to be able to show you the 2 spins there. So apologies for that. I'm not sure there was a glitch or something going on in the system. Well, anyways, there's Dylan out to a 4.5 second lead already. Dylan obviously been the dominant driver on the season. Get him up to 3rd gear. Stays in 3rd gear the whole way. Down to 2nd in turn 6. Left-hander here. And Travis Zilla with issues over here at the bus stop. Not sure if he overshot it or something, or see what happened to the 19 here. Goes into the corner, locks it up, and into the grass he goes, cutting it. And then goes for a spin. Hopefully he keeps it off the wall. He does a good job of that. Nice job by Travis. You hit that curve the wrong way there, it will spin you out. Battle for a second. Here comes Bill Alt to the tailgate, or the bumper, I guess, of the 4. Ben Dunn, who apparently everybody is saying happy birthday to tonight. Appreciate Alec Kinnett and Nick Sargent and you guys who apparently through chat I've learned from Ben that you guys raced in another league with Ben. Appreciate you guys coming to join us, and hopefully everything is going well in your guys' league respectively. Andy Moore watching us from bed already. Apparently he's already had his NyQuil. He's going to bed shortly. Ralph Fasano, unfortunately, ran practice last night, and no offense, Ralph, but I think he spent more time on the grass than you did on the asphalt. But hopefully you had a good time at least, or did your best there. Issues for Sean Peachin. Sean's on pit road. Something has happened to Sean as he towed. I don't see any damage on the 21. And it doesn't show, again, here. I don't know if there's something going on with... I don't know if my stuff's acting up or something here, so apologies for that. But Sean is taking his car off the track. Matter of fact, really quickly here. Let's see if I can do this really quick. So stand by for 1 second. There we go. Hopefully that fixes it. For some reason, I have a tracker over here when something happens, like an event as they call it, and I'm able to go right to that and show the replay or whatever. But for some reason, it's only showing a certain part of it. So I want to make sure that there isn't an issue with it. And I just tried to reboot the system real quick. And worst case scenario, I shut the whole program down and try it next. So Ben Dunn trying to hold off Bill right now for the second position. Dakota DeMay, he is only about a second and a half behind here. We're right with Dakota in the 82. All right, I think it fixed itself because we just had a pass for position on my screen happen, so that worked out. So you see it up ahead in the windshield of Dakota, the battle for second, as Bill tried to get the inside of Ben, not able to make the move. That Blue Moon number 4, sharp looking paint scheme, I might add. Doing a good job. Totally okay, buddy. Totally okay, man. Hope you're doing well otherwise. So Dakota up to 4th. You got Zach Kalinin here in 5th. Drift up to 6th. And then Matt Houston, Michael Benedetto continues to fight. And Brian Perry, whose pole streak broke at 2 last night. He was able to get 2 straight random picked poles. I'm still trying to figure out how he pulled that one off. on board with the Supra, the Onions car. Okay, we'll ride with a lap with Bill here, and I'll try to talk you through it. So turn 1, second gear corner. It's like the only corner you really need second gear on. Just get it up there, the third gear up the hill here, and you got to be very careful. Don't even be afraid to short shift to fourth here. It'll kind of tighten up the car. But otherwise, it'll get very loose here over the S's up the hill. Turn 4's right here as they work their way to the bus stop. Fastest part of the track here. It'll get up to about 170 miles an hour or so in the draft. Downshift here, third gear. You could grab second here, which he does. Ooh, and he hit that curve and it got him loose. Hold on, Bill. Oh, he kisses the wall. He's going to be okay, though, I think. But a mistake by Bill Alt goes off track there. Those curves can be your friends, but they can be your enemies, too. That's not showing me going off the track. Absolutely, Mrs. Fasano. Happy anniversary, 24 years. Congrats to the both of you guys. Brian Perry going to battle Cedric Ingram. This is for 9th. Cedric able to stretch it out a little bit there. Thank you, Kleck Annette. Ben, again, holding on to the second place position. Good, looks like it's updated now. So I just had to reboot the thing real quick. But it looks like Matt Houston is kind of put it off there for a second over in the bus stop. But everything okay so far from him. Dakota's starting to put pressure up here on Ben. Starting to talk you through a lap here. Let's go back on board with Dakota here, and I'll talk you through a lap as I was saying. So your third gear right here, you'll shift up the fourth gear. Let's put the speedometer on here so you can let you guys see a lap around Watkins Glen. Oops, I hit the wrong button. One-man show, screwing things up. The third gear, and he's actually staying third gear here through the buses. There's the bus stop. Happy birthday, Ben. Absolutely. Happy birthday, Ben. Even though apparently it's not his birthday. Happy birthday, Ben. As long as you guys subscribe, you get a happy birthday, Ben. How's that? So you should be third gear all the way up here. Brakes right over the bridge. Oh, gotta be careful of the wheel hop. Stay third gear all the way through here. And you'll hit the brake right at the end of the barrels here. You could go second gear if you wanted to. He does. Off of turn 7 here, down the front straightaway, up to third. And he does not go fourth because you usually hit the brake right at that caution light. Oh, we're all youngins. It's okay. But in case you haven't noticed, I do like to talk to my streamers, guys. If you are enjoying yourselves, I don't mind talking to you guys. I know there's a lot of broadcasters out there, and I respect them all that do the iRacing stuff that kind of don't pay attention to the viewers. I'm one that has my viewers right here on my right. I can see every message that comes up. If you say something I don't like, then I can actually put you in timeout too. Ask Julian Altino. I think he's been the only guy who put in timeout twice. So Dylan out 2. He's got a 20-second lead already on Ben. Now, for those who don't know, Dylan obviously is a very talented driver. One that I think if given the right opportunity, he could work his way up to the Coke Series. checking on his dad, Bill Alt. A little bit of right side damage after kissing the barrel in the bus stop. He's doing a good job. There's Zach Kalinin in the Chevy Camaro, the Band-Aid car. So just a little over 10 laps away from the competition caution at lap 25. And the reason why we do the competition caution is basically, as you know, on a road course, unless an admin throws a caution, there are no cautions, okay? So what we're trying to do is add a little bit of flair and a little bit of fun to the race, because sitting here for another 30 laps and watching everybody pretty much in the same position can be kind of, let's face it, blah. So what we did back 2 seasons ago in our truck series is we actually started putting in competition cautions on the road course. And when we did that, we had a race at Daytona last season that had 4 trucks under a blanket coming to the finish, and it was like, whoa, maybe we just came up with something here. So ever since then, we did it at Road America earlier this season. We're going to do it again here tonight at lap 25, so that should give us about a 15 lap run, 15 to 17 lap run to the finish. So I talked about drift there for a second. Let's check on Matt Houston. Here he's in that 66 car. Matt, of course, a broadcaster and himself, has his channel called Raceverse. If you're one that's a part of a open wheel series or maybe a road course series like a GT3 or something like that, you might have heard Matt's voice as he helps out with Raceverse. They do a good job at their broadcast. Matt also has his own little series, but he's making a cameo tonight on the road course. And, of course, Hollywood, as we like to call him, Michael Benedetto, the 25 car out here running in the 8th position. Running the Rocket Nation paint. Of course, Mike finished second Thursday night in the Short Track Super League race at, where were they at? I cannot remember. North Wilkesboro. There's Cedric Ingram, the number 6. Got it clean right now, doing a good job. The Texas native. Sam Niederhelm is past the hoodless Cameron Ingram for position. Oh, and that is Travis going through the bus stop right in front of the leader. All right, so we're going to step away for a quick second. We'll come back and get you to the competition caution as you're watching the Sunset Artsy Games USRC Grand National Series on Captain TV. Back at Watkins, Glen. That is the man right there behind that game. That is Voltic Pistol. Of course, you can purchase online right now on Steam. One of the cool things about the game is when you play those levels, if something happens or whatever and you come back and play that level, no same thing happens back to back. Kind of like in, Mario, when you play that game, you always knew where the turtles were. You always knew which plant or which cave you could go in down the pipe or whatever, and you knew which one was going to have the little spitting thingamajiggy. I think I called it an alligator when I was younger. Don't have that in this game. So Bill Alt starting to bring in Dakota DeMay here for the third position as he's about 2 seconds back or so. We are 19 laps in. Again, next week will be the Iowa Speedway, round number 3 of this Final Four series. And then the rest of the week, a little bit of a tricky schedule this week. I am actually going to be out for a couple of days starting Tuesday. Going to have wisdom teeth pulled out. So the only time you'll see me on the air between tonight and next Saturday will be Monday afternoon or Monday evening for the TI Racing Truck Series. Now, that's pending if watching Sam Niederhelm and Travis Sidzilla. Oh, they hit each other there. Trying to fight each other going into the bus stop. But depending on how I feel, you could hear me on the air Wednesday or Thursday. Obviously, it's kind of a random who knows what's going to happen and how bad it's going to be. Obviously, I'm different from every other person in the world, so I could be that person that is out for like 3 straight days and can't say a word. I could be that, oh, Travis is going to go off. Into the kitty litter he goes. That's going to hurt him a little bit there. Sam's going to battle with Cameron here now for the 10th position, or 11th position. Sorry, Brian's up ahead there in 10th. But I could be that guy that's Superman, and all of a sudden by the end of the evening be feeling okay and then back on the air Wednesday. Who knows? But no broadcast tomorrow night. Gonna actually hang out with family tomorrow night and just make it a relaxing night before I go back to work Monday for a little bit. And then, like I said, everything will happen. And then Friday night next week, we're off again. And then Saturday back on the air for VOR's IndyCar Series and the Indianapolis 300 they're going to run, which actually Dakota and Matt in this series will run that race next Saturday. And, of course, we'll be at the Iowa Speedway for USRC action in Iowa. So, just so everybody knows what's going on next week, if you're a fan and enjoy watching all the broadcasts and stuff, you can come and join us. As Bill Alt all over the back bumper now of Dakota for the third position. Dakota taking it wide. He's giving Bill all the room. I think he's going to actually let him go here. Zach Kalinin about 5 seconds back from this battle as he's in turn 6 right now. We have, 7 cars on the lead lap. Matt Houston going to be the next one to go lap down. As we got 4 laps before the competition caution. So, in the way it's going, it looks like Matt, if he does get laps, will end up being a Lucky Dog Award. So, if there's any kind of benefit there of having about a 12-second advantage if you're drift, is knowing that Matt Houston will likely get the lucky dog here at the 7th position. There's Matt right there in turn 1. You'll see Dylan come into the picture. There he is. Dylan's still running laps in the 15-second range right now. So the question is, can Bill bring in Ben Dunn? He's on enter turn 1. Up the hill, believe it or not, the start-finish line, that little spot you saw, the big tower on the right-hand side, that split second there, coming up the hill, that is the old start-finish line at this track. Of course, this track actually was not shaped like this when it was first built back in the 50s. It actually had a very long straightaway over at that point right there. Where that tower was, and it used to be the original start-finish line. Of course, when they started racing here in Watkins Glen, the track was actually part of the city of Watkins Glen, and unfortunately, a tragic accident that took the life of a young boy. They put out a law, the whole United States had taken out street racing for that kind of a deal, and obviously Watkins Glen was built, and here we are. Oh, Ben takes it a little wide through 6. Wonder if he's feeling the pressure from Bill there behind him. Either that or he's having too many blue moons, one of the two. Good drink, by the way. Oh, Sam Niederhelm in trouble. He has spun over here in turn 2, right at the start of the S's. Let's see what happened to him. And I've got everything working here. He goes into turn 1. Comes up in the back bumper of the 1 car. Kind of takes it wide. I wonder if he clips the grass here. Yep. And watch. Oh, he clipped that inside barrier. He's able to keep it straight and keep on trucking. As Dylan Alt's coming to the pits. Here's a strategy move. Knows that the caution's coming out here in about a lap. Or lap and a half, almost 2 laps. Stand by, guys. 10-4, bud. Feel better, hopefully, as well. As Dylan comes to pit road here. JT was over in the other channel. He's got something that's come up he has to go take care of. So, shout out to him. Appreciate his help. And also shout out to JW if he's watching on the stream. I won't get into details or whatever. As Ben Dunn comes down pit road, Bill Alt's coming to pit road. Look at this. The leaders all coming into the pits here right before the caution. That's going to allow a bunch of cars back on the lead lap now. I know one thing. If I am these cars that just got lapped, I'm staying out and trying to get the lap back. But it all comes down to when the leader comes out at turn 6. That'll be when this caution comes out. And look at Dylan. Now he's going to pace himself to save tires. We got contact back here between the 62 and I think it was the 19. Now this race has turned all of a sudden into a tire move. I've created a monster out of this caution thing, guys. I think Dylan is literally running 4th gear around this track right now. How crazy is this? That's awesome. Dakota's had issues as Zach goes by, Helene. I see smoke over there. Dakota didn't get the wall, did he? I don't see any damage on that 82. Matt Houston comes out of pit road. I got people yelling at me for the caution. So caution comes out. I had to throw the yellow. Lap 25 at the completion of at turn 6 when the leader passes it. Shows 26 on mine. Well, no, what I was saying is you guys were coming to complete lap 26. You had completed lap 25, and I was waiting for you guys to come around to turn 6. The left-hander before pitch straightaway. Yes. How many have you completed at that time? Anywho, keep having fun. All right. So I think they were confused. They were like, wait, it's lap 26. I'm like, when I put the rule out, I said it would be the completion lap 25 when you come around to turn 6. They completed lap 25 and then came all around turn 6, and that's when I threw the caution. So, but anyhow, we kind of digress. So caution's out with 19 laps to go. So let's see who comes to pit road here. Drift's going to come in. Dakota's coming back in. Benedetto, Cedric Ingram. And look at it. Most of these cars going to be back on the lead lap now. Everybody coming back in for tires. They have 2 sets total to work with, so use that second set here. He's all right. Dylan's a cool cat. We should get the green flag right around 15 to go, 16 to go, somewhere in that range. We'll step away real quickly again, and we'll come back and get you ready for the green flag here on Captain TV. All right, back at the Watkins Glen Raceway, upstate New York, right on the southern end of Lake Seneca and the Finger Lakes. As we get ready to go racing here, 17 laps to go. We'll get the green flag this time by. It'll be a 16-lap shootout as the competition caution has put 13 cars back on the lead lap in this race. Only Sam Niederhelm is a lap down now. I think some of the drivers got mixed up with the whole caution, but everything has worked out. And one thing I can't confirm, I asked Ben during the commercial there about his sponsorship, which is Blue Moon, which is a Belgian ale, one that I've actually had the pleasure of taking and drinking. And I will say, if you have a Blue Moon, and he answered the question confirming it, you have to have an orange, period. Apparently everybody's going through the bus stop here. I'm guessing that's allowed. I don't know. So Dakota leads, Bill Alt second, Ben Dunn third. Zach Alina breaks up the four-lettered last name top three. Drift in fifth, Matt Houston sixth, Michael Benedetto seventh, Dakota DeMade is eighth, and he is the first one. Let me confirm that. Nope, actually Benedetto and Drift are the first on new tires on lap 27. Cedric Ingram, Cameron Ingram, Travis Azzillo, Brian Perry, Ryan White, the 13 on the lead lap. And the 14th place car, Sam Niederhelm, Sean Peachin off the track, unfortunately. As we come off of turn 7 and come to the green flag and get back to racing for the last 16 laps. Here we go. Oh, Houston clipping the curve over there, turn 1, able to hold on to her though. Oh, and he goes around with drift. Not sure if Matt spun the tires, but spun right in front of Drift. A little bit of damage on the 14. Oh, they actually hit each other. Back it up just a little bit more and see what happens. Let's jump up to the blimp here and see the view. Yeah, it's just tight. I don't know if Matt maybe came up a little bit in the drift, but it's a racing situation, unfortunately, for Drift. Mr. Hanley, typical LA Dodger fan, apparently shows up at the last couple innings of a game, just like Dodger fans. Oh, Cameron locking him up a little bit as he tries to pass Dad. Father-son battle here for the 7th position. My screen's playing. I don't know if the sun's out or not. Meanwhile, Dillon's out to a 5-second lead already. Here's the fight for second, though. The 74, Zach Kalinin up there right now. Dakota trying to put pressure on him. Fair point. Where were you the other broadcast? So Cedric did get the position to his son. Cameron there up to the 7th position now. Cameron finally with a full car again. Able to use that reset that's allowed. And Drift going to go up a spot. He's going to pass Zilla. One car way off. That is Brian Perry. Surfing USA in the kitty litters, and Ryan White's trying to join him. ride with Helenen. Of course, we were talking about it a little bit a couple of days ago in the broadcast. This week, a pretty big week for updates. Oh, Ben clipped that grass. Oh, I thought he was going to spin it. But a couple new tracks, Nashville Super Speedway on, and of course the Red Bull Ring. A couple of new cars, including the Formula V car. Some other new updates on the sim this week. Ooh, there's a little wheel hop there. He was able to get out of it though. Man, they are putting pressure on Bill All here. I wonder if Bill's maybe saving tires a little bit. He got 4 cars under a blanket though right here for second. It's like one mistake and anything can happen right there. Michael Benedetto right there in 6th also. About 2 seconds back from that pack. Matt Houston following Drift back up through the field. These guys up to 9th and 10th. Little lockup from the right front there. And had to be very careful. Helena with a pretty good run as they come up the S's here. Oh, he climbs that curve. That's not going to help him. Ben is struggling. You can hear him getting out of the throttle. Here comes Dakota back behind him for third. Or for fourth, sorry. Dakota's going to give him the spot into the curve there. Very careful through the carousel, downhill corner. Sooner or later, iRacing will throw the update that has the asphalt over there. Now you'll be able to run off over there and use that as an advantage. .11 laps to go. Can this battle continue all 11 laps? That's awesome. This right here is part of the reason we throw that competition caution. It brings everybody back together and kind of keeps the racing exciting. Cody Beatty watching. Ben getting a pretty good run here on the 7. Is he going to send it in there? Oh, that was tight. Back here, Drift going to pass Cedric going into the bus stop. Move Drift back up to 8th after that incident with the 66. You see how these guys are like on the edge when it comes to the braking. The cars are almost wobbling, like ready to break loose. Cedric gonna let Matt Houston pass him turn. Ooh, Matt gets in a little shallow and a little deep. And all of a sudden, Matt has no nose. That's a modified right there, boys. The 4 drifts up the track, going to leave room for Zach to the inside. There he goes. Drag race down to 1. Oh, easy, Travis. Good save and great corner by them all. Great racing right here. Travis has got to regroup real quickly. Dakota got the run to his inside. He's going to make the pass through 4. Really easy to get out of rhythm when you have the car almost step out like that. Pack kind of getting spread out now a little bit. See if they come back together. Watching Cameron Ingram back here in this 1 car as he starts to work in on the 25 of Benedetto for 6th. Landon Mills joining us on the stream, the only man who has knocked Dylan off his post 2 races in a row. Eight laps to go as Ben continues to put pressure on, but you know what? These other 2 have not fallen back. They are starting to kind of work their way in. Most of these guys running 15 and 16-second laps. Of course, Dylan is in Syracuse right now. I should mention tonight, unfortunately not able to use the TrackCam 4 Gourmet cameras, but you can check them out, trackcam22.com. Of course, they don't actually have a Watkins Glen NASCAR version. They have the big version, of course, that some of you might run for the 6-hour race next week, but they do not have the regular short course camera version. I know it's something he's working on, so hopefully we'll have it in the very near future. But a shout out to It's Fan for doing a very good job with these cameras. They're awesome. Seven laps to go. Trek on Drift back here, who is doing a great job coming up through the field after his accident with the 66. And Bill Ault has gone off over in turn 6. Does a great job keeping control of it and keeps it out of the barrels this time. But he is going to lose 4 spots from it. So Dakota up to 3rd now, Zach Kalina to 4th. And Ben Dunn up to 2nd, the pole sitter. Let's see what happened. Oh, Bill got loose right there. I wonder if he wheel hopped a little. Let's back it up a little bit. And let's go on board with the 7 and listen. He didn't wheel hop, but when he shifted, it got loose on him. He does a great job keeping it under control and making that pass, or getting back out there on track and only losing those 4 spots, but he's right there with him still. But there is Dylan out here running qualifying laps right now. Has gotten to the back bumper. Dakota, oh, he caught the curve there. That's not going to help him. Sam Niederhelm with issues over in turn 7. Travis back here in the 10th position right now, holding on to a top 10. He's got 0.8 of a second over Cedric Ingram. Oh, Travis took it a little deep. Does a good job holding on to it. Dylan leading with 4 laps to go as he works his way. This would be his, I got to count. This is the 13th race. It'd be his 10th win of the season. Dakota about 1 second off of Ben Dunn. And then you got Zach about 1.6 off of Dakota. And then you got Bill about 9/10 off of the Bill Alt car. Cameron Ingram has gone by Michael Benedetto for position. That happened a couple laps back. But Cameron back up to 6. Good bounce back for him. And now Bill Alt's on pit road. Oh, he spun at pit road. Oh, a good run gone bad for Bill. What happened to him? Oh, the back end just comes around on him. Oh, it stinks for him, and he just drives through pit road there instead of causing any kind of issues. So now it's become a 3-car battle here for that second position as Dakota tries to put pressure on Ben. It's within a second now. With 2 laps to go. Dylan Alt back over towards the bus stop right now as he'll be coming towards the white flag next time. Hope you guys have enjoyed the race and enjoyed the broadcast. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. If you're not new to the channel, we still welcome you, of course, each and every week to join us, or each and every night. As I mentioned, Monday night, I'll be on the air for iRacing's Truck Series. And then after that, depending on how I feel after the wisdom teeth come out, could be a couple days off, could be 1 day off. We'll have to see. The only thing I can tell you is if you follow us on Twitter or Facebook, or you know the leagues I broadcast for or whatever, if you see a link set up for it, then you know I'm coming back that night. So I know the leagues I broadcast for are all working on backup plans and stuff, so we'll have to see. I know potentially Wednesday night you might actually see me on the air but not actually talking. It might be somebody else doing the broadcast part, so there's still some things in the works, so I'll let you know what's going on there. As Dylan Ault is taking the white flag final lap here at Watkins Glen as he looks to extend that final 4-point lead. And the second place battle is on now. Look at Dakota to the back bumper of Ben. As Dylan going through the bus stop now. He won at Road America earlier this season in a road race for this league, and he about wrecked the car in the final 2 corners. I hope he doesn't do it again here. Ryan White, see what he does here, see if he gets out of the way of these 2 leaders. He's just going to hold his line here, allow him to go to the outside here. That's going to give Dakota a run down this straightaway here. Not a good enough run, though, as he's there. Off turn 7, Dylan Ault going to get himself another win, sweep the road course races, and a win at Watkins Glen in round number 2 of the final 4. And the battle on for second. Dakota's going to race Ben clean, I believe, here. Let's see. He's going to drive it to the inside of 7. He gets a run off. Can he make the move? Not going to happen. Ben Dunn holds on to second. Wow, great racing. Zach Kalini going to finish 4th. Cameron. Ingram, Benedetto, and then Drift is going to hold on and hold off Bill Ault for 7th. And then a modified Matt Houston's going to get 9th. He'll win the noseless class tonight, the multi-class race. Cizillo 10th. Ingram, Perry going to be the last 12 finishers in the race. You got to give the man the credit where it's due. He can even do donuts pretty well. All right, let's take a look at the race results. Dylan, your winner, of course. Ben Dunn, 2nd. Dakota going to get 3rd. Zach Kalina in 4th. And Cameron Ingram, your top 5, as I mentioned. Benedetto, Drift, Ault, Bill, that is. Houston finishing 9th. And Travis Zillo 10th. Cedric Ingram, 11th. Brian Perry, 12th. Ryan White, 13th. Niederhelm going to get 14th. And Sean Peachin, unfortunately, behind the wall in the 15th position tonight. So, fantastic finish there, especially for 2nd and 3rd. That was good stuff right there. So we'll step away for a quick second. We'll come back and get you the top 3 interviews, and we'll call it a night here on Captain TV. All right, back we are here at Watkins Glen as we wrap up race number 2 of this Final Four battle. And it is, of course, Dylan Alt going to victory lane here tonight as we look at the schedule again for the next 2 weeks. Iowa Speedway next Saturday night, which is the short track on our 4 series. And then, of course, the mile and a half to finish it up at Chicagoland. That in 2 weeks to crown a champion. And one guy off to a pretty good start. He's been on a pretty good start for about the whole entire season. He's actually talking live right now with the guys up here. He's giving them a hand right now with some advice. So I'll wait and see if he gets done here in a minute. We'll bring him down and talk to him. But that's one of the cool things about Dylan is he actually does go in here and he'll talk to the drivers and kind of share notes with them and what he has and things like that. And it's always kind of a cool thing to see. So I'm going to interrupt him here for a second, though. I'm going to drag him down here and interrupt him. I was letting him get his teaching lesson in for the guys real quick, and I'll let you get to it here in a second. But Dylan, great job tonight. Congrats on the win. Of course, you just had to work your way through the field there. Talk about the race, your battles there, and just another great win and another race towards the championship.
Yeah, I love Watkins Glen a lot more than Road America. I think it's my second favorite road course, besides from Sonoma. And yeah, on the start of the race, I didn't really know who I was racing with. At the beginning, I just had to take my time, be patient. That's what I was telling my dad to do, just because I knew at Road America he was getting a little irritated from trying to get by people. I just said, be patient, save tires, and if people make a mistake, it's an easy pass. Like, it's just a free pass. And that's what I was trying to do. At the first lap, I saw Sean spin the tires off the carousel, and I just went for it. I took that chance to make it 3 wide. I probably shouldn't have, and just stayed behind them as they race each other. But I took it, took a chance, and it actually worked out. And then I just caught up to Ben and put the pressure onto him, and yeah, I made the pass. And then I just kept being consistent and ran away pretty much. I was kind of confused on that competition caution, but yeah, I don't know.
It worked out.
Yeah, it was just weird.
It's all good. Well, so I do got to ask the obvious question here. So that pass you made on Sean, was it more you took advantage of him spinning the tires, or was it more of, look, I'm passing my dad?
I just took advantage of him. He spun his tires. We were side by side. I'm just like, I actually wanted to put a little good show, 3 wide. Literally, like, I don't know how close my dad was to the grass. I was very close to the
you
grass.
guys were pretty tight. Let's put it like that.
Yeah. That was probably the most fun part of the race, I would say.
Well, yes, I guess winning by however long you won by, 30 seconds in the end. I can understand that comment. But, yeah. Well, still nice job, man. Shout out to whoever you like to, bud.
Just a little line. You for broadcasting this. You for putting this league on. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. Absolutely.
Well, nice job, man. We'll see you next week in Iowa.
All right.
All right, buddy. So Dylan Alt going to victory lane again, and he moves himself up there, as most of these people do, which helps me a ton. And let's bring in the Blue Moon Special. Ben Dunn finishes second here this evening. A great race for him as he jumps out of the Kool-Aid car and jumps into the Blue Moon car and does a great job. Orange and everything. And Orange, you glad you finished second, Ben?
There it is. I love it. Yeah, I am, man. I've had some bad luck lately, and this is a good run to have. I felt great on that. I had a lot of fun. Racing with Bill and with Zach chasing at the end there, it got a little wild. And I forgot the Dakota. That's who it was. He was chasing me as well. Great finish there. It was a blast.
That's all that matters, man. Glad you had a great time tonight. And, of course, you brought some of your friends over from another league, and they told me they wanted me to wish you happy birthday again. So, obviously, we know the situation, but happy birthday.
I'll start deducting points from them for every time they say that on the incorrect day.
Oh, are you the owner of the league?
I am.
Oh,
yeah, so they're messing with the wrong guy.
Oh, Interesting. Very good. Now, what would really stink is your birthday was like February 29th or something, because it's like they can't get it right for 4 years. But
I should tell them that. That's why I'm so upset whenever they say it, because it only happens once every 4 years.
that is awesome. Well, talk about the strategy there, because everybody came to pit road, of course. Apparently, I confused a few people with the caution. But needless to say, though, it turns – I don't know what it is with that caution, but it makes the racing – like the four of you guys were – just fighting for those last few laps until Bill had the unfortunate deal there, and it was like you spread out for a minute and it just came right back together.
Yeah, and like I said before, I was doing everything I could just to keep up with Bill and try and get around him, and I had a blast. That was some of the hardest racing I've done in a while. And then once he was out of the picture, then it was just kind of protect myself. And I got a little defensive. I made a couple mistakes, but I was able to hold him off. So yeah, all in all, it was a great race, man. I had a lot of fun.
Well, great job, Ben. Congratulations. Shout out to whoever you like.
Shout out to my man Travis for a solid top 10 tonight.
Yep.
And for good old Judd, the best crew chief that we have. And then all the guys that are back watching in the other league, except for the ones that wish me happy birthday.
Well, this is your chance now to get them later. So I'm just
Exactly.
subs.
Exactly.
But it's funny. A funny story on the air I'll mention here real quickly. So Judd comes into the channel. Of course, me and JT we're spectators, so we can see everybody coming in, and we see Judd, and JT's like, "Who in the world is Judd?" I'm like, I look over on the screen. I'm like, that's Ben Spotter. So
yeah, he does. He runs double duty with Travis and I. He's great at what he does.
Very nice, very nice. Well, great job to all three of you, and congrats, and we'll see you next week at Iowa.
Thank you, Chris. Take it easy,
You
man.
too, Ben. Ben Dunn there finishing in the second position, and did a great job this evening, and he going too. And let's talk to the man here. This guy busts his tail out, puts all types of paints and things like that together, makes video games, and even makes great battles for the top three positions, gets himself a top three in his one start that he wanted to make. And, well, Dakota, I'll be honest, when I saw your first few laps in practice, I'm like, he might be out to lunch for a little bit here. But you came back and you get a top three out of it, and you battled Ben there to the end.
Oh, yeah, that was a lot of fun. I really wanted second there, but I didn't want to risk anything for me and for Ben. Yeah, it took me a hot minute to relearn this car. I don't think I've done the Xfinity car in about a year, so those first few laps in practice were pretty rough, but yeah, I got used to it about 20 minutes in, and I was ready to go, man. I wanted to come in here with a podium, and right behind the alt family, and I was able to beat one of the alts.
Hey.
So I'm pretty happy with tonight.
Yeah, it was a fun race. Of course, like I said to Ben, that caution kind of just throws a wrench in everything, because then it brings everybody back together, and it was like the four of you guys could not get apart. Bill made the mistake, and it just turned into a great battle in the end.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad it was a good show for you guys.
Oh, absolutely, man. Well, real quickly, I know we'll get out of the race here for a second. For those watching on the stream, I know we've played the commercial, obviously, a ton this season. And but let's hear it from your mouth, man. Obviously, Voltic Pistol, the big game that's on Steam right now. You got Echo Blade coming very shortly. Talk about those a little bit.
Yeah, Voltic Pistol is a 2D medieval cyberpunk medieval side scroller, or roguelike bullet hell type of game. Really fun. Try it out on Steam. It's going to go on sale for the summer sale in about 2 weeks. Echo Blade is a new game I've been working on. The demo is actually going to be available next Wednesday.
Look out.
Yes. It is a dungeon explorer puzzle action combat game with the mechanic of echolocation. So you play as a character that is blind, going through this dangerous dungeon full of enemies and traps, and you have to use echolocation to navigate through this dangerous area. So I'm pretty proud of the work I've put into those games, and happy to show them off here tonight.
Absolutely, man. You should be proud, and maybe what I'll have to do is when the demo comes out, maybe I'll have to jump on the air and just kind of, first off, learn what half that terminology means, but then go play the game and get in there and see what's going on. But it sounds fun, but I'm just like, I don't know half those words. I got to go look these up real quick. Dictionary, please. But no, it's still the work you put in, because I've done the research of video games and stuff like that. When I was in high school, I remember, of course, a lot of us know that the school Full Sail down in Florida, big time video game type school. and of course other things there too. But I remember them showing us video games and things and how hard people work for it. So I can only imagine what you go through with Sunset Arctic Games and stuff. So I can only commend you and say great job on that, man. We're really looking forward to it, and we'll definitely keep pushing it here on our end, especially these last couple weeks. But needless to say, man, you get to give shout-outs to whoever you like to.
Shout out to Matt. He's my teammate on Race First. He was in this race. He was doing pretty well until a late incident on that restart.
Him and Drift.
And shout out to Alyssa. I know she's watching right now.
There you go. Yeah, and a lot of fun there. And if you're looking, I'll throw this out there too. Of course, the Formula Indy Series, him and Matt put together on Tuesday nights. If you're looking for a mixture of a Formula One type Indy car / thing, make sure you go check that series out. So I'll throw that out there for you guys also. And of course, Matt and them on Raceverse and all that good stuff. So Dakota, nice job tonight, man. Congratulations. Go enjoy yourself, and thanks for coming out tonight.
Thank you, Chris.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Yeah, thank you.
Dakota DeMay finishing in the third position. True story, it actually took me about 6 years to get his name right. But we won't count that against me. True story. Anyhow, all right, we're out. We're going to go get, I guess, go hang out or whatever and then have some fun. Maybe I'll go play some Voltic Pistol. Who knows? But you guys, thanks for watching tonight. Shout out to all the drivers. Shout out to all the viewers tonight. To iRacing for allowing us the platform to broadcast on, of course. And just all the fun. Thank you to Track Cam 4 Gourmets for allowing us the cameras. I know it wasn't tonight, but most nights, of course, we get the cameras to work with and things like that. So appreciate all their hard work. And yeah, Drift, that was just a racing thing, unfortunately, there, man. It's just a rough deal. Sorry to see that happen to both you and Matt. But great race all in all. Hope you guys had a great time tonight. And with that said, you guys have a great rest of your Saturday evening. And always remember, this isn't just a game. This is me trying to get the music to click off. There we go. It's iRacing. See ya.
And now the wait is over. The nerves have taken their toll. Ooh. Let go of fear you're holding. The fire smoldering, it's starting all over again. I got a feeling that I ought to know it, burning inside. I got a feeling that I ought to know it, yeah. Every time I grip the wheel, I begin to feel I know what I'm in for. A white knuckle ride. You got a fix for me, you know what I need. Oh, it's a breakneck speed. Might as well enjoy the ride. The yellow round exploding, it won't slow me down. I say it ain't so. Whoa, whoa.